Around 2 weeks ago, Code Blue Camp would upload a video titled "Cocky YouTuber Finally Gets What He Deserves," in which the full body cam footage captured the exact moment Jack Doherty was put in jail last year.
Probably funny.
Bro, probably funny stuff.
With 117,000 likes, it seemed people were more than happy to see him behind bars. Nothing quite as satisfying as Jack Doherty getting humiliated. However, 20 hours in jail clearly wasn't something the internet had been waiting for.
Should have stayed longer. Honestly, 20 hours was enough jail for me, and I don't think anyone in jail wants me back, but hey, I don't know why you guys want me to go back to jail. I think it's more fun when I'm out here and on the internet, right guys?
Now, if we were to compare it with the comments he received for his early videos, it just seemed like night and day. In this video, we're gonna break down the entire evolution of his career to see how he eventually turned into the unlikable person he is today. Born in 2003 in Long Island, New York, Jack started YouTube at only 12 years old.
Yo, what is up guys? Jack Doherty here, back with another video.
Back in the day, he was surprisingly considerate while doing his prank videos.
Guys, I'm only gonna go to like 5 houses or so because I don't want to get in trouble or anything.
Meanwhile, he'd ride the 2016 flipping trend and recall the moment he successfully pulled off the trick. But when these simple videos gained more views than any other upload, Jack knew he'd found the perfect series.
One of my videos has already 22,000 views, and I posted it like a little more than a month ago. My first ever video has 18,000 views. Like guys, that's freaking insane.
This seemed to tell Jack that he should double down on this content, resulting in a bunch of videos pulling in millions of views, along with the most viewed video on his channel. His growth is best summarized by this comment rating: he grew so freaking fast. He gained over 1,000 subscribers in under 2 months, and after only 5 months on YouTube, he had crossed the 100,000 subscriber milestone.
100K boys! 4 away! 3 away! Thank you guys so much! 100,000 subscribers!
During this period, Jack was best known as the water bottle flipping kid, and it seemed the harmless pranks he did previously hadn't fully caught anyone's attention yet. However, this was about to change. On the 18th of June 2017, Jack Doherty would upload a video titled "Floor is Lava Challenge" at Walmart.
Floor is lava. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If the Jack we've talked about so far seemed like a different person to you, well, you're beginning to recognize him now.
3, 2, 1.
The video was able to rack up 15 million views in a short amount of time, leading him to do the challenge again, only this time his prank went a little bit further, prompting the Walmart staff to call the police.
Where's Jack?
I don't know. And they called the cops.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. They said we have to call cops right now. And they go, okay.
They called the cops.
However, the biggest issue with Jack was his lack of self-awareness. He never realized the true nature of his pranks and would genuinely believe he didn't do anything bad.
I honestly didn't do anything. Like they could have just left us alone because we didn't plan on doing anything bad. And literally they made it such a big deal, called the cops and everything. And now I'm about to get in trouble for pretty much just having a camera. That's what started this whole thing, which really sucks.
Given his young age and the fact that his pranks were fairly innocent at this point, he hadn't racked up a ton of haters by then.
Here we see the wild Jack Doherty in his natural habitat. One of the most dangerous animals in the entire kingdom, can kill a man with a single video. I'm gonna poke with a stick.
Although the only problem was, everything he did came with no real consequences, he therefore soon began to develop a dangerous mindset, treating everything as nothing but a content opportunity.
They threw me out of the store, but like calling the cops, like that's a little out of the question. But now I can put cops called in the title, so.
He would also add the phrase "kicked out" to his titles, and if you take a look at his channel page, you'll notice that 3 of his top 4 most viewed videos follow the exact same formula. Jack therefore discovered that the crazier his pranks, the more views he'd gain, leading things to slowly spiral out of control. Along with his friends, Jack began escalating his pranks to a much more destructive level, kicking balls around, damaging store merchandise, and even smashing plates. This ironically stood in stark contrast to the mentality he had when he first started doing YouTube.
Because I don't want to get in trouble or anything, or make anyone look bad, you know?
Although he claimed he eventually paid for the plates and rest of the stuff, it was clear that these pranks had lost their innocence. They were just upsetting people rather than entertaining them. But the views these videos generated were simply too much to resist, which inevitably pushed him to start chasing clout, beginning with a video titled "Fake Fighting in Public," setting the scene for the widely despised reputation he has today.
See, I got your new phone, buddy. Got your new phone. Hey.
If you fight in the public, then you will get in trouble, yet this wasn't something he'd find himself getting, except for another 1 million views. Perhaps it was his young age and fame that kept him out of trouble.
Guys, we just hit 1 million that. I got on video. That's so dope.
You were 13 years old most of the year, and for a 13-year-old child, worked your ass off. It's a lot of work to do what you did.
Yeah.
And I have to say, as your dad, I'm very, very proud of you.
With his father's validation, it seemed to tell Jack that he was heading in the right direction, but as he grew older, people's tolerance for his terrible pranks started wearing thin.
I was not recording you. Yes, you were. It was not going.
I have no idea what just happened.
Give me my camera.
That's when his reckless behavior starts looking familiar. But if we're gonna talk about his behavior, we might as well talk about the money he brings in. Doherty purchased his first house at just 15 years old.
How much money have you made from YouTube at 15 years old?
Take a guess. I'll say higher or lower.
Okay. All right, listen.
Look at go,
$500,000.
Higher.
You've made more than this 15-year-old kid has made more than
$882,000.
A little higher.
Over the years, he'd raked in an absurd amount of money with countless appalling stunts. Take for example the McLaren crash accident. After wrecking his car due to a momentary distraction, Jack's first move wasn't to help his bleeding friend. Instead, he shoved the camera into the injured friend's hand just to keep the stream going. Or what about his attempts to harass random people in public? The moment he pisses someone off, he'll hide behind his bodyguard, taking no responsibility. But here's the catch. His money comes from the views generated by his reckless behavior, and these behaviors are driven by his relentless clout-chasing obsession, which in turn is fueled by the crazy amount of money he can make. It turned into a toxic endless cycle, one that eventually made Jack Doherty a figure literally nobody likes. In the Code Blue Cam video, the police officer gives him a harsh reality check.
You wanna be funny? We tell you to get on the street, go on the street.
Alright, I'm getting out.
Who the you think you are, bro?
I'm getting out the street.
No, you're not. Like, after I do this, who the are you, bro?
I was trying to walk up the street, but
Doesn't matter, bro. All you had to do was get in the sidewalk, that's it.
The cop saying who the F are you is great, cause you know that hit the kid deep, a step right in the ego. After Jack was taken away, his bodyguard stepped forward to apologize to the police on his behalf, trying to get them to release him. At first, Penguin Zero couldn't understand why the bodyguard would even do this.
I was telling you genuinely, I apologize on his behalf.
Why? Brother, you're getting paid to be his bodyguard, not his dad. Why are you apologizing on his behalf, bro? Just go on the sidewalk, you'll get your paycheck later, you don't have to be clowning yourself like this for Jack.
However, that's when Charlie realized if the bodyguard didn't step in, Jack would probably blame him for the arrest and fire him for not protecting him.
He's afraid of not getting fired for defending him from the cops. That's true, I didn't even stop to consider that. Jack Doherty is such a fucking lobotom. I bet he would blame his bodyguard for that.
Now, if you thought Jack would learn even the slightest lesson from this, you'd be completely wrong. He even printed his mugshot on t-shirts just to milk it for some extra eyeballs. Crazy how early success can completely ruin some people.